A pleasant day to all the viewers, especially to the students. Today we have come up with a new poem of grade 10 CBSE Ncert. Even though it looks a very small poem, but it gives a huge meaning or large meaning in it. So the name of the poem is Dust of Snow. Before we go to the textbook, let us see who is the poet of the poem. Who is he? Where is he born? How does he write that poem? That we can see as of now. Dust of Snow is a poem which is written by the famous poet of America, that is Robert Frost. His full name is Robert Lee Frost. He was born in 1874 in Francisco in America. Usually writes a poem on nature. We can see many poems about Robert Lee Frost, who has frequently written the poem on nature. For example, the Road Not Taken, and today we see the new poem Dust of Snow. Here Dust of Snow is the poem which talks about the nature. Here it brings two things, that is crow, another one is a tree. So going to be called as negative in our life, which no one likes these two, but these two have made the impact on the poet's mind. That is what he says in this lesson. Let's see that Dust of Snow. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Let us see that literary devices. What are the literary devices that have been used in this poem? Here we can see that alliteration that has been used. So what is an alliteration? As you all know, what is alliteration? So alliteration is a figure of speech in which the same or sound repeats in a group of words. Example, I can give you one. See here, B sound is repeated. Bob brought the box. Bob brought the box. Here B sound is repeated. That is an alliteration. So alliteration means repeated sound, or same sound repeats in a group of words or in phrase is called as alliteration. Here we can see that where we can see this alliteration in the poem. The second stanza of the third line, you can see saved some part. At the same time, second stanza of the first line has given my heart H. Here H first and then heart, H sound is repeated. Third line S has been repeated. That is called as alliteration. Here the poet. So now we have seen the literary device, that is alliteration, as I given the example in the second stanza of the first line and the third line of the second stanza. That is an alliteration. As I told you, same sound repeats in a group of words or in a phrase is called as alliteration. Next we can see the difficult words. What are the difficult words are used in this poem Dust of Snow? First one, we should know what is dust of snow. So dust of snow refers here particles of snow. It is the meaning of this title. Then the way crow shook down. Shook actually is the past form of the first present form, that is shake. Then hemlock tree means the kind of tree, especially it is a poisonous tree which can be seen in European countries. Then mood means a state of mind. M-O-O-D means a state of mind. Then rude means a regret. Already it is given in the textbook also. So now let us see the way crow. Actually the poet is in depression. That means he is in sorrow. At the time just he is walking in the road or somewhere where he reaches or he sees a tree and he tries to settle there. When he tries to settle down under the tree, and also they have mentioned the name of the tree is hemlock tree. So the poet is going along with the depression and he sees a tree, just he sits. Then he finds that there was a crow which was sitting on the hemlock tree. Then that crow suddenly shakes the dust of snow. That means Once the crow had started to shake the tree, the particles of snow had started to fall on the poet's shoulder or poet. When he gets those snowflakes on his body, he is getting some kind of boost. He could feel that some kind of refreshment. That is what he feels. Then after the first paragraph is saying that where the crow is and what the crow does and where the poet had gone, what had happened to the poet. That is what we can see in the first stanza. And in the second stanza of the poem, has given my heart. That means when he received the snowflakes by the crow, at the time he feels some kind of relaxation, and also those snowflakes or those particles of the snow had given or had changed the mindset of the poet. What is the mindset here? Actually, first poet was in a negative mood. He was not happy, he was in sorrow, he was in grief. Once he receives that, he could get some kind of positive mind or positive energy that he gets through the snowflakes with the help of the tree. Even though he gets the snowflakes from the hemlock tree, but it is giving a positive impact on the mindset of the poet Robert Lee Frost. Here you can see that my refers the poet, that is Robert Lee Frost. And saved some part of a day I had rued. Rued means regretting. Here the poet feels that when he received those snowflakes, at the time he had changed. Those had changed the mindset of the poet, and also those snowflakes had changed the mindset or changed the day what he had spent. That means the earlier just he was thinking about that 2 hours, 3 hours he had spent on the depression mood. Once he receives, he decided to enjoy the remaining part of the day. He wanted to enjoy the rest of the day instead of regretting what had happened to him. So what is the theme? So this is what the poet is expressing through this poem. So we can see that the poet, with the help of crow and poisonous tree, that is hemlock tree, he had given a beautiful message to the readers. We can see that why the poet has not taken any other tree. There are many beautiful birds like parrot or peacock, there are many trees which are so beautiful. Just he did not take, but he had taken the negative, which will be called as negative, those things that he had taken, and he had brought a message to the readers. So we can find out that crow can be considered negative. At the same time, even the poisonous tree also negative. So how the maths will be negative into negative, positive. Likewise, these two negative aspects had made the change in the life of or in the mindset of the poet. So what is the theme of the poem Dust of Snow? Here we have to remember that the nature has the power to heal our sorrow or depression. At the same time, even a small incident will have most impact, will have most power in the life of one's. So small things has the power to change the entire thing or entire the mindset. That is what the poet is saying in this poem Dust of Snow. Just keep in your mind, nothing is impossible, everything is possible. So in this lesson just we will come to know that how the poet has proven that even the small things or small incidents will have a lot of effect in the one's life. How we can see in this poem Robert Lee Frost, written by Robert Lee Frost is the poet who had mentioned those ideas from the poem class 10 Ncert Dust of Snow. So message is that a little thing can bring a big change in our life. That is what the message that he tries to give through the poem. I hope that you have understood. Now let us end up and we'll see the remaining Ncert lessons in the upcoming classes. Thank you all. Have a good day. Let us end up that. Thank you.